Good morning, guys. We are up here on beautiful Lake Guntersville. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and we've come up here to do a little frogging and fish around some islands and fish around some offshore humps. Should be a really good morning. It's overcast. We're gonna have partly cloudy conditions this morning, but there are storms coming in 2.5, 3 hours, so it's not going to be a long day. Hopefully it's going to be a fun day or a fun morning. So we're going to get started right where I put in. We've got lily pads, we got some vegetation already, so I don't have to run very far. Let's get out there and get this frog working this morning and see if we can get a blow up or two, and maybe get a couple in the boat before the storms get here, and head back toward Coleman. You guys hang out. I'm fixing to get after them. Let's go.
Bites. I might not even notice because I'm over here trying to see these. Check out these vehicles. Don't think that I'm a car guy, bros. But if I see an old school vehicle, I'm gonna take a look.
All right, guys.
Respect.
Got one on. I was busy watching a video when he bit. He just took off with it. Let's get him in here. He's not a big old monster, but we got us a Lake Guntersville bass in the boat. Man, yeah. How about that? How about that? Alright, guys, we have put us a bass in the boat. He's not a big monster, but he bit my little shaky head, and he didn't hit it hard. It got heavy all of a sudden and took off. And I have found me a hump out here that I'm actually sitting right on top of it. I didn't see any fish when I pulled up on the hump. They were off the side. The hump comes up into about, I'm sitting in 8 feet of water way out here in the middle of nothing, and the fish were off the side, and they were kind of all around, not just, normally they're on one side of a hump or a ledge or something. They're kind of scattered around. So I pulled right up on the middle of the hump, and I'm pulling it on the edges, bringing it up on the hump, and that's how I got bit. Working from the side back, just wasn't getting it, so I'm having to pull it up on the hump. So we're gonna see about putting this little jewel back on here. I got worm all in my little screw here, so I want to get that cleaned out and get this baby back in the water. See if we can get number 2. We had quite a few blow-ups, 3 or 4 blow-ups actually on a frog in the grass this morning, but could not get one to commit fully. So no frog fish. That don't mean I won't go back in a little while and try that again, or if the sun comes out and keeps them under those pads, And as I'm talking, the sun's getting brighter and brighter. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to actually get worse today. So I'm putting my shaky head back together, cleaning my little screw out. Hang out with me, and we're gonna drag us another out of here.
If it's my last day on Earth, well, I'm not spending it as Spot Snatcher has taught us. We're not spending it with our significant others. You know, we can learn a lot from Spot Snatcher and his goo-goo eyes for his lady. We can learn a lot from him. So, well, actually, you know what I do, bro? As I am protecting the world from the asteroid, I would have the moderator stand directly behind me, because that's gonna be the safest spot. Like, moderator, get behind me. And I'll look up at that asteroid, and I'll be like, do your worst. And boom, the moderator will be protected. In fact, that would motivate me even more, because I'll be like, the moderator's behind me. I gotta make sure that she doesn't get squished.
All right, guys, we got number 2 on. See if we can get him in the boat here. All right, all right. There we go. Well, it's been a while, over an hour and a half since our other fish, the shaky head, still coming through out on these humps, about the same size as before, probably 12-13 inches, not no monsters or nothing. 2 for the day up here on Gunnersville. A lot of eelgrass going on today. I'm talking about every cast you're dragging in eelgrass or hydrilla, but hey, that's what you come up here for, to fish the grass. When you find these grass or a hard spot in between the grass, then you get a bite. So still got my worm intact on that one, and we're gonna get her put back out there. Might put a little more thump gel on, get it sweetened up for these little bass. And I don't know, same size though, man, same size. I'd like to have one 3 or 4 pounder up here before I go home. Hadn't heard any thunder yet. No lightning. The wind's not terrible. We got a little bit of sun filtering through the clouds, and it's been great weather-wise. It really has. The wind got up just for a little while, just maybe 10 miles an hour, but it's died back down. Our weather's great for fishing. The fishing's slow. Anyway, you guys hang out. We're gonna chase another one. I'm marking these humps where I get a bite, so I'll have them. I can check them again a different day. Showing fish. Fish are trickling in and out while I'm anchored out here off these humps, and I know they're in the area, so maybe we'll drag us one more in. You guys hang out with me. I'll show you when I get one. Alright guys, as you can see, we have relaunched. We're on a different day. We're on the next day. Our Guntersville trip turned out to be kind of short. Produced a couple of little small fish like you saw. And weather moving in, just don't want to get caught out in any bad weather on Lake Guntersville. It's too big and it can get crazy really fast. It gets bad in a bass boat when bad weather comes. You don't want to be out in the middle of Lake Guntersville with a kayak. So I made the decision not to chance it and headed on to the house a little earlier than I should have probably, but better safe than sorry. We're back out on the Duck River Reservoir today. Just launched. I got put in the water about 30 minutes ago. I think it's around 8 o'clock now, so no bites yet. I've run my first bank with a spinnerbait. It would probably be a little better spinnerbait bite if we had a little breeze, a little ripple on the water. It's kind of calm right now. That may change after a while. It's overcast. It's cool out. It's a great day for fishing weather-wise. I think the sun's supposed to come on out a little later, so it may get hot on us, but we're gonna try to get out and stay out here for a while. And I put the spinnerbait down. I'm going to work the same bank I started on because I have been seeing fish as I came down the bank. I'm gonna go back up this bank in about 5 to 10 feet of water, throw them parallel the bank with a drop shot, because I have seen so many fish as I was quickly coming down the bank with a moving bait. I'm gonna try the drop shot, slow things down a little bit, and work this same bank. I got a lot of places I want to hit today, but this has been a good bank, and there's fish here. I don't know if I can get them to commit to my worm, but let's go see. You guys hang out. As soon as I get one in the boat, I'm gonna show it to you. Alright guys, I worked my way into this pocket with a spinnerbait, fishing the edges, the grass, as you can see to my right, and overhanging bushes. Normally this bank will produce me at least one fish, especially in the mornings with a spinnerbait. Was not the case. I did see a lot of fish though. As I worked my way in, my boat was sitting in 8 to 10, 12 feet of water all the way, as I got toward the back. I said, well, I need to work this on the way back out at a little deeper. So this is the type of thing that I would do all day. Try something different. Instead of just abandoning an area, I worked one way, and then I would work it a different way. Unfortunately, the drop shot did not play. Well, I worked that bank a considerable amount of time before I decided to up and leave. Pulled my side scan on, started scanning as I was going along, and I passed a stretch that had a little bit more concentrated fish, looked like, and some better structure. I decided, man, I better swing that back around and try it again. And that's just the mentality that I had on this day. I just wanted to look at new stuff, find new structure, and find new cover, mark them on the map, and go back and try them. At least I was finding things that I've not really seen before. Maybe some logs under the water or a rock pile or something, and I was taking the time on this day to go back and check them. Unfortunately, I worked this spot really good for 10 or 15 minutes with not a bite again. It's just one of those things you just have to hunt and peck until you find something on this day. Next up on the list would be a deep diving crankbait. I'd seen fish suspended. I've seen fish along the bottom, but nothing was working, so I had the deep diving crankbait tied on. I thought, I'm gonna swing over here to this other point and work that area. I mean, hey, I am trying stuff, trying different things, and this is a day for exploring. So that's what I did. I got out and went to slinging this big crankbait, and running it into the bottom up shallow and bringing it back out deep. And I tried all kinds of different techniques. I sped up and slowed down, and I burned it, and nothing really took hold. I don't think I got a single bump on the crankbait all day. Now, I could have been targeting the wrong depth, or maybe just didn't mimic what they were eating, but I can assure you on that day, they were not eating a crankbait. Well, guys, just check the time. It is 9:41. I have not legitimately got a bite yet. This is a tougher day than yesterday was up on Guntersville. In one of the best bass lakes in the state, I can't get a bite. I think I had a brim bite on a drop shot, but that don't really count. You can tell they just kind of shake it like a little machine gun going off. There wasn't a bass bite. So I've tried all kinds of stuff. About to make a move to a different area of the lake. I fished drop shot, buzz bait, spinner bait, shaky head, different worms on shaky head, deep diving crankbait off points. Have not got, I cannot, if I got a bite, I didn't know it. So we're gonna make a big move, gonna go down the lake and see if I can just completely change areas and do something else. Maybe get on some long points or something with a shaky head. I'm not sure. We're still hunting and pecking right now, trying to figure this out. Oh my goodness, it's frustrating when you know you're on a lake that's got tons of fish just there. I mean, I'm seeing fish. I've seen fish everywhere I've been on electronics, and I've seen a lot of bait. There's not a lot of activity going on. It misted rain for a little while, about an hour. Haven't had a whole lot of wind really, so the spinnerbait bite's really not been a thing. Nothing swirled on the buzzbait. Just tough. It's just one of them days, so we're gonna just keep looking. That's all we can do. Keep looking, keep grinding, throwing, casting, and yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get one in the boat. There's a bite. Well, we'll take him. We'll take him. Well, guys, got the skunk out of the boat, but he looks a lot like my little Lake Guntersville bass. He's actually a little smaller, but if you look, he's got a belly. Look at that little fat belly. He's eating. He is eating. Got him on the shaky head. When all else fails, you gotta go to a drop shot or either a Texas rig worm or a shaky head worm. That's always been a confidence bait for me. And this is an old style. I didn't have any of my cream worms with chartreuse tails, but I had a pack of the old Zoom worms with a chartreuse tail. I thought, man, I'll try that. The chartreuse tail to me resembles some of your little snakes that we have in our region, the baby copperheads, cottonmouths, with the little green tip that they show when they're born. And I always have to wonder, do these bass, do they key in on it thinking maybe, hey, that may be a snake? Well, I don't know if they think in terms of that's a snake, but it resembles something that they would possibly see out in nature, and because it happens naturally. These little snakes have a tail that looks just like that. Maybe not as pronounced, but maybe a little smaller, but it's still there. So that's what I attribute the chartreuse tail on these worms to represent, is like a little baby snake. And I've seen bass eat a much bigger snake than these babies, so I know they'll eat them. Anyway, we got one in the boat next to the grass with a worm. Let's start there. I'll go hunt some more grass, some more weeds. I'm gonna fish this a couple more times. I was on my way by and I think I accidentally hit him in the head. But we're gonna see if this is a thing up next to these weed patches and throwing the worm. It's all I got going right now. Nothing else has worked at all. So take every little step is a piece of that puzzle. I've said it I don't know how many times in my videos. I need to put it together now. So hang out with me. Let's go get one. No. Boy, that sucks. Got that one. There we go. Stay down, stay down. Stay down, stay down. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Go ahead. Come on. There you go. There you go. Alright guys, we have somewhat redeemed ourselves here. I busted off on one just a few minutes ago. Really upset me. Felt like a pretty good fish. And I had probably my fault. When I felt the line up from where it broke, it was just as rough. So we got a hold of another one. Kind of the same area. I went with, instead of a shaky head, I went with a Texas rig. Not get hung up as much with a Texas rig. Put one in the boat. Now, the where I got busted off, I'm kind of sitting in the middle of 2 points here, out in this pocket, and so where I got busted off, I decided to let that cool off. Probably some more fish in there. I'm going to go back in there in just a minute. But I went to the other side through the same depth range as where I got broke off. Same worm, just throwing a Texas rig now, and instead of a shaky head. Got the old thump gel on the worm and 2 or 3 cast in on the other side of the pocket. Got bit. So the wind is trying to push me this way, so now that I've caught one over here, I'm going to swap back over to the other side and let this side cool off, get back up in the same depth range. I'm throwing up into about 7 or 8 feet of water, maybe even a little less, maybe 6, 7, 8, somewhere right in there. But both sides, that's the depth range I got bit. So we're gonna try that again, just on the other side. Now that we got 2 in the boat, same bait, not the same cover. This was off the bank. The first little fish I caught, which you guys saw, was right up next to the bank, right off of a little patch of weeds. I fished a lot more weeds that I didn't show you. Nothing. That wasn't a solid pattern really. I think this offshore stuff, once you find them in a certain depth range, I think that's a lot more solid thing. It is for me anyway, so it's something I can find and repeat. So I'm gonna try this. Now we're back on the other side, about to get our cast back on, and cross your fingers, we're gonna find something that we can do over and over and have a little more exciting day. These bites are stretched out, I'll just say that. They are really stretched out in between. But let's get back in there. Cross your fingers, let's go get one. There we go. Man, he took off. He ain't even big. We'll take him. Get up here, buddy. Get up here. In the boat. Ah. Now we're talking. Number 3. Little old worms coming through. They're getting smaller though, boys. Getting smaller. But I'll take a bite. Waves and the wind put me right up where I just hooked that fish, so may have messed this little area up. I was just about to leave and realized my worm done got heavy. It was headed out toward the middle of this little old pocket. So it warrants putting it back in there. I'm starting to see a little more activity, maybe a little bit of shad on the surface, getting not a lot of schooling going on, but it looks like the fish are beginning to get a little more active. The sun did come out. Now it's gone back in the clouds, but it was out and it got a little warm as soon as it came out. Who knows what this weather's gonna do? Man, I thought I don't know what that is. Stick maybe? Turtle? I got something, but it ain't a fish. Let's see what we got. We've got a piece of tree. Oh, I about got a hook in the face. That would have been interesting to make a video with a hook in the face. All right, guys, check my, still sharp. Line's still good. Couple more casts and I'm gonna go ahead and move. I had intended on moving. Had somewhere else I wanted to go. That's what happens when you get bit. Plans get changed. We'll see if there's another one hanging out here. If there is, now we might got to stay a while. That's what a bite will do to you. You'll be here the rest of the day. Anyway, hang out. I'll bring whatever I catch to you. Let you see. What in the world? What in the world have we got? Well, guys, I seem to be going the wrong way in size. Little bitty guy here. I found a bank where the brim are just sucking bugs off the top of the water. You can hear them all down this whole bank. And I thought, man, I'll get over there. There'll be a bass waiting to eat a brim. I don't think this was the one. Hell, he could be bait. Sorry, little buddy. I'll put you back. See ya. Maybe there's a bigger one. I don't know. It's a tough day. I've heard several fishermen say it's been tough. I mean, I've had a few bites, caught a few fish, not many, but the bites they're really stretched out. So fingers crossed. Let's go after another one. Got one. Oh no. Oh, fool me. Well, I was praying for a bite. That one's smaller than the last one. If he's not, he's real close to being. I have found a bite, but he needs to be about that long. Oh well. No skunk. We getting fish, but man, if you're camping out depending on that, you'd starve plumb to death. Wow. Where there's little ones though, there's a good chance there might be a big one somewhere. Or a bigger one. Maybe not a big one, but a bigger one would be great. Now these guys are biting a black 4-inch cream scoundrel. I've had to go through several different colors before I could even get anything. I've not even had a brim bite on my little drop shot today. And I think I've settled on black finally. For whatever reason, I don't know. Watermelon, pumpkin, any of my other colors, none of them worked. Didn't get a single bite. These are the first couple of bites on the drop shot for the entire day. And I've been out here for a while and tried this off and on all day. And sometimes color makes a difference. Sometimes it's just water clarity. They can see something better, or it resembles something maybe closer to what they're eating, or maybe they just want a certain color. Who knows? But this is the first drop shot bites for the day, I think. And glad to get them, even if they're tiny. It's just fun to get I just love fishing this technique, and it's fun when you can get a bite. So as long as the brim are popping around the edge, you know there's something going on. There's activity. They're eating, so as long as they're eating, bass aren't far away because they eat brim. Fingers crossed, find us a bigger one. I think I'm gonna wind this video up. I was gonna wait till I caught another fish, but my luck today, it'll be about yay big. It's been fun. I fished enough this weekend where I think I'm okay to go home a little early. I hope you guys have enjoyed maybe enjoyed's the wrong word. I hope you guys were amused by my little fish catches. That's all you can do when you have a day when nothing big bites. I'm just proud that I got bites. So many of these guys out here that I've talked to today are just not getting any bites at all, and some of them went home without putting a fish in the boat at all. So that always sucks when that happens. It happens to everybody occasionally, we're gonna have days where we just don't catch them. Today was a little fish day for me. Matter of fact, yesterday was a little fish day on Gunnersville. I'm just kind of looking for new places and marking stuff on my electronics that I like, or that I want to make sure that if I find a log in the water or a drop off that I didn't know was there. I've done a lot of that marking. I did some of that on Gunnersville as well. I marked every place that I got bit or caught a fish on Gunnersville, so I have those areas to fall back on and at least know, hey, there's an area I need to check when I'm up that way, or I'm in that creek or that pocket or whatever. It's just been it's been a gorgeous day. It started out cloudy, misty rain, and then boom, we've got sunshine and sunglasses. So it's been fun. I'm glad you got to watch the Little Fish Fest, and we'll catch you guys next week or whenever I get this done. I've got a lot of editing in this one. I spent a lot of time in between bites, so it might take me a minute to get this one out to you, but you'll know I worked on it when you see this, because there's a lot of work in this one, a lot of traveling. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. It means the world. If you're not a subscriber, it'd be an honor if you decided to subscribe to my channel. We got about 70 more, and we're gonna have 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna give away 1,000 plastic worms to somebody when I reach 1,000 subscribers. Just my way of giving back and saying thanks. I'll catch you guys next week. Stay safe on the water. I'll see you then. I'm out of here.